This is why I tell y'all these kids ain't shit. They ask you random questions that force you to lie. And then when your lie gets blew up, exposed, I'm the bad person. My son comes to me a couple of weeks ago. He says, Dad, what is eating? And he points to his butt. I'm like, hey, what are you talking about? He said, I can't say it. I said, just say it, son. He said, what does eating ass mean? No. Where did you hear that? He said, off Xbox. I said, we shutting everything down. No more electronics in this house. He said, but what does it mean? I said, well, what happens is, baby, sometimes a donkey will collapse, unexpectedly pass away, and instead of burying the donkey, they will cook the donkey, and that's what eating ass means. And he said, well, some people are nasty. I'm like, you have no idea. Well, this morning he come to me. He said, Dad, you're a liar. We gonna get your little ass up my face. I said, what you mean? He said, I know eating ass means you lick booty hole. How do you know what licking butthole means? On Xbox, Xbox is done. I tell y'all these kids ain't shit. Episode 8, I know I'm raising a psycho. Scoop comes to me last night and she says, Dad, I need a pen and a piece of paper. I said, Scoop, what do you need that for? She says, so I could write something down. Duh. Shut your little ass up. Your little ass don't even know how to write. She said, I could write my name, Daddy. I said, here. She go in the kitchen, she write a little name down, then she scribble a bunch of lines, look like a drunk person trying to write out directions, bring it back to me and hands it to me. I said, Scoot, what is it? She said, a list of things you'll do if I'm going to stay in this house. Little girl, get out my face. I don't listen to you. I don't negotiate with Tess. I said, what the hell the thing say? She said, 1, no more bedtime. 2, chicken nuggets whenever I ask. And 3, chocolate milk when and where I say. Little girl, if you don't get your little ass out my face, this is a joke. This little girl looked at me and she said, oh, you think I'm playing? I'll pack my stuff and I'm gone tonight. I stood up. I said, little girl, I'll help you. I'll go pack your shit right now. When I tell you, this little girl looked at me and she said, well, my suitcase is in my closet. Let me know if you need help, big guy. Get your little ass up my face. I tell y'all these kids ain't shit. Episode 10, I know I'm raising a psycho. I tell my kids to stop playing long enough to tell me what type of pizza they wanted for dinner. When I tell you my daughter stopped dead in her tracks, looked at me and she said, I already told you I'm not eating pizza, Daddy. Little girl, shut your little ass up. Tell me what kind of pizza you want. She said, I'm not eating pizza, Daddy. I said, yes, you are. She started laughing at me and said, okay, I go get this pizza. When I walk my ass back through this door, this little girl is standing right there at the door, looks at me, looks down at the pizza, looks back at me, and she says, that don't look like chicken nuggets. I said, well, no shit, Sherlock. It's pizza. When I tell you, this little girl put her hand on her hip, rolled her eyes, and she said, Dad, do you enjoy living here? Do you enjoy getting your little ass whooped? Because that's about what happened if you don't quit playing with me. When I tell you, this little girl turned around, snatched her baby off the couch, started walking to her room. I said, little girl, where are you going? She turned around with such a damn attitude, said, you can find me in my room when you decided to get it right. Come here. God, don't come here. Who you talking to like that? This is why I tell y'all these kids ain't shit. I know I ain't shit, people. Y'all know that. I've told y'all that. My son still takes everything I say literal. He know I'm full of shit, still take everything I say literal. A couple of months ago, I told y'all I had to have the talk with my 9-year-old son. Yes, my baby is 9, but kids learn shit at a faster pace than they did when we were growing up. During that conversation, my son had a question about the male reproductive system. He said, Dad, what's the difference between a circumcised doolally and an uncircumcised doolally? I made a joke about an uncircumcised gummy worm that I knew was going to bite me in the ass. Well, it did today. I took my kids to Books A Million. I wanted them to read some books. I wanted to educate them and just have a little bit of fun. During that visit, my son picks a book up on mammals. While he's flipping through and reading this book, this boy yells across the store, hey, Daddy! An anteater ain't an uncircumcised pee-pee. It's an actual animal. Hey, man, shut your ass up. I know that. Shh. It was a damn joke. This is why I tell y'all these kids ain't shit. They will hurt the shit out your feelings and walk away like it ain't a big deal. Scoot and I are watching a movie this morning called Storks. Little cartoon movie where the little birds, storks, whatever, come flying over. They dropping kids off. Cute little movie. Well, when the movie ends, Scoot looks at me and she says, Daddy, why am I here? I'm like, what you mean, baby? Why are you here? She's like, I mean, how did I get here? I'm like, oh, baby, that's easy. I said, hell was actually having budget cuts, and the devil decided to lay your ass off first. This little girl got so mad, she said, why you always got a joke? I said, okay, baby, fine. You want the answer? I said, the truth of the matter is, I said, your mama went shopping at Udi's 30 seconds or less. 9 months later, here your little ass came. Little girl looked me in my face. She said, so basically what you're saying is if mom had better taste, I'd have a different dad? Put your little ass up my goddamn face right now. I'm your daddy. She had good taste. Excuse me while I go brush my teeth with Comet and Serp on Drano the rest of the damn day. These damn kids. I tell y'all these kids ain't shit. Episode 15, I know I'm raising a psycho. I took my daughter and my son to their favorite Mexican restaurant last night. The waitress sits us down at the table. At the table next to us happens to be a man and woman doing their own thing. Out of nowhere, this woman farted so loud, she jumped. It must have scared the shit out of her. It sounded like somebody set a firework off in a duck's ass. It was god awful. I'm like, good Lord. I'm trying not to make a scene. My son is laughing. My daughter leans across the table. She's like, that didn't sound like a misfire, Dad. Shut up, Scoop. Shut up. Well, then the smell come, and I am pretty sure that this woman has smuggled a dead skunk in her ass. I'm dry heaving. My daughter looks at me and she's like, is that bacon and cheese, Daddy? Shut up, Scoop. Put your tongue back in your mouth. You don't taste that. My little girl gets up off the chair, goes over to this woman, hands her a napkin and says, ma'am, this is for the mess in your panties, and I'll pray for what's dead in your stomach. Scoop, get your little ass back over here. That woman's face was so red, ma'am. I'm sorry. Scoop, stop. I'm going to quit telling y'all these kids ain't shit. Y'all think this is a game. Y'all think that we just telling jokes. Listen, Scoot is crazy, a.k.a. Baby Lucifer, a.k.a. a few coffee beans short of a cappuccino. Yeah, she is about that life. And her little badass brother, we know his elevator don't reach the top. Y'all still want to act up. Listen, we were out at the store. Worry about yourself and focus. I hear, Officer Udi, Officer Udi. I turn around and some woman's walking up towards me. I'm like, yes, ma'am. Hey, how are you? She looks down, sees my kids, and she was like, oh my God, these cannot be the precious babies that you tell us ain't shit. I'm like, oh no, they're little badasses. This woman bends down to say hey to my kids, puts her hand on my daughter's shoulder. Scoot goes, get your hands off of me. Scoot, stop, please. This woman jumps up and she's like, well, that wasn't very nice. When I tell you my daughter don't miss nothing, looked at her and she said, well, neither was your breath. The woman got mad as shit. She was like, I have never. To which my son replies, looks like you have now, ma'am. Braylon, both of y'all get to the car. I can't. I tell y'all these kids ain't shit. Episode 13, I know I'm raising a psycho. I walk past my daughter's room and I overhear her say, ooh, that looks nice. He's going to love that. I damn near SWAT kicked open the door. This little girl is painting her Barbie doll's hoo-ha. Scoot, what in the hell are you doing? What does it look like, Dad? It looks like you're using fingernail polish to paint your Barbie doll's giraffe lips. Why? She's got a date with Ken later, and we got to make sure it looks good. Little girl, we are not running a Barbie doll whorehouse in this home. Put some clothes on that Barbie doll and quit being weird. This little girl looked at me and she said, Daddy, you're a boy. You don't get to tell us girls what we do with our lady parts. Little girl, if you don't quit playing with me and put some clothes on that Barbie doll and stop, I don't care nothing about yours or her lady parts, but I can assure you, neither one of y'all will be showing off anything in the future in this home. This little girl looked at me and she said, I didn't ask for your opinion. No, but you're about to get this ass whooping. Now, y'all know these kids ain't shit. And I take most of the responsibility for how mouthy my babies are. But if you see us out in public and you do something funky, I'm not responsible for what my kids say. We're standing in the checkout line at Walmart. Yes, I know, kick rocks. Focus. There's a lady in front of us. She's got an absolute swamp donkey on her back. A big old bottom. But her pants say bleed. B-L-E-E-D. My son looks at me. He says, Daddy, why her butt say bleed? They don't. They say blessed. You just couldn't see the SS because they fighting to breathe right now. Well, she confirmed that they said blessed when she put her whole hand in her ass. And I'm only assuming she was double dipping in her chocolate starfish because she was wet down there a little bit too long. She comes up and goes, ooh. It made me damn gag. When I tell you my son didn't even miss a damn beat when he looked at me, he said, Daddy, that thing don't need to be blessed. That thing need to be washed. Shut your ass up, please. Shut your ass up. You don't need to be. Shut up. You know these kids ain't shit. Episode 14, I know I'm raising a psycho. My baby come in the living room last night. She says, Daddy, have you ever hit a body? What? Who you been talking to, little girl? I said, of course not, Scoot. I ain't never hit nobody. Why you ask me something like that? She said, ask Siri how to body. I said, get your little ass out my face. I ain't asking Siri nothing like that. What's going on? She said, Daddy, there was an accident. When I tell you my heart sunk, Brother! Brother! I thought she killed her brother. I'm not going to lie to you. He come running in the living room. What's wrong, Daddy? What's wrong? I'm like, baby, are you okay? I'm touching him. He's good. I said, Scoot, what are you talking about? What accident? This little girl turned around, starts walking towards her room. She said, you already know too much. Get your little ass over here. What you mean I already know too much? Come here. When I tell you this little girl walked over to me, put her finger on my lips, she goes, shh, the less you know, the better. Get your little ass out my face. What's going on? This little girl go into her room, bring her Barbie doll, head off. I said, what happened? She said, I told you it was an accident. There's about to be an accident. I tell y'all these kids ain't shit. Episode 12. I know I'm raising a psycho. I had to take my baby to Walmart this morning to get her some new panties. Yes, I know. Focus. We get inside Walmart, take her to the panty section. I'm like, Scoot, you wear a size 6, pick out any pack you want. I'm going to walk right across the aisle, grab Bubba his boxers. Y'all be good to go. Turn my back. 15, 20 seconds. 15, 20 seconds. Turn back around. This little girl is ass naked in the aisle. Scoot, what in the hell are you doing? What it look like, Daddy? Trying on panties. Little girl, if you don't put your damn pants back on, you don't try on panties. You grab the whole pack. Look, Scoot, why in the hell would you be trying on panties in Walmart? I need to see if they fit. Oh, they gonna fit all right, because you're not gonna have no ass for them to cover if you don't put your pants on. Who am I raising? Man, trying to pants.